Sigil Magick explained the practice as the order, what it is, including how you go about performing and creating your own intentional sigils, putting them out into the universe. By Natalie Mantle, Meditation for Freedom. Today I will be going a little deeper in sigils as a follow-up post to my previous one, as I received a lot of questions as the post was very brief and merely touched base. So let's get into it. Starting with what is sigil magic for all of you that did not see that last post. What is sigil magic, or simply sigils? Sigils are one of the easiest and most effective forms of magic used by various occult groups and spiritualist. The sigilisation process can be divided into 6 stages, which I will explain below. S. Specify your intent. P. Pathways. L. Linking intents. I. Intense Gnosis. F. Fire using the elements. F. Forgetting the sigil. Below I will go through each one in some detail to give you a better understanding of the 6 stages. Sigil Magick explained your intent. Your testament intention. The first stage of the process is that you should get your intentions clear of what you want. You need to be as precise as possible, but at the same time keeping it simple. The clearer the initial testament of intent is, the more likely you are to get the results you seek. Try not to be too vague either, as this usually creates mediocre or temporary results. If it is money you are seeking, then don't just write "I need money" or "I want to be abundant," as this can mean many things. By saying you need money, you could walk outside and find a penny. The wish has been answered, not how you had hoped. So how detailed we talking? To say "I want to be abundant" will not really do it either, as you could be abundant in family, work or love. Try writing the amount down and what you intend to spend the money on. That way the amount will be higher, giving way for the opportunities to come and provide you with the road to make the money you require. Known as synchronicity. Creating sigils pathways. Creating openings pathways. Generally, sigils are used for bringing about precise short-term results, making them excellent for quick results. Good for when you are a beginner, as a lot of beginners do not have faith in waiting for results. This type of magic is best used for healing, breaking habits, manipulation, inspiration and more. It is generally considered useful if you open a path for your intent to manifest. For example, if you ask for money and do not go out of your way to attract it by any means, such as a lottery ticket or an opportunity staring you in the face, then the universe will still provide you with what you asked for, but you have created no pathway. Therefore you left the channel open for sacrifice. How so? Because now the universe will look a little closer to home. A loved one could die leaving you an inheritance. You would not want that. So you should create openings, pathways, so that no harm come to none. This is important. Sigil Magick explained creating signs and symbols. Creating signs and symbols out of your intent. Once you have decided upon and written your intent, you can now turn it into a symbolic sign, symbol or code. This is the signal. Take out all the vowels in your text and the double letters and work with what is left. These are the letters you need. Once you have created your sigil, it is important to spend time focusing on your sigil. How you would feel when the item you have requested has arrived. This is important, because you are creating a vibration within the sigil, which will then be stored for when you are ready for the next stage. Alternative methods which can also be used are a monogram, which is where you write out your intent, knock out all repeating letters, and from the rest design a glyph by way of a mantra using your intent. Scramble the letters into a meaningless phrase or a word which can then be chanted. Projecting your sigils into the matrix multiverse. Projecting sigils. There are many ways to project your sigils, one of which is by using intense Gnosis, but not necessarily within some kind of ritual, magical context. The most fastest routes to Gnosis include chanting, deep meditation, visualization, sensory overload or sensory deprivation, and sexual arousal via way of tantra. Another altered state is that of indifferent vacuity, which is a state of submission. A not really bothered state. An example of sigilisation using this method is to doodle sigils whilst listening to a speech which is boring, but you have to take notes on. Whilst on the side you are doodling random images. Sigil Magick explained burning your sigils. Charging up the sigil using Gnosis vacuity. Now your sigil has had your intention and vibration put into it by chanting or visualization or the other methods I have mentioned below. It's time to let it burn. Allowing the projection of the sigil into the void or multiverse at the peak of your Gnosis vacuity. The most easiest and common way would be holding the sigil whilst having an orgasm, or reaching the point of blackout from hyperventilation. These two are the easiest, and the first one being the most powerful as you are using the sexual energy of the two snakes raising the kundalini. Forgetting about your sigil. Forgetting about your sigil, getting on with things. Once you have been through all of the above and burnt your sigil, it's time to forget about it. Easier said than done, but we must not wait for it. If you did it correctly, it will come. Thanks for reading, listening to this post, and good luck doing your sigil.